making a video from my bed. It's again the second video because the first one is for the psychologist, and actually it's kind of funny because the first one always gets interrupted somehow, and the phone rang or the alarm rang and the video was interrupted. So it's the second video, miraculously, and I'm making it from my bed because I think I'm having withdrawal symptoms, because today I woke up before my alarm. I woke up at 5:20 at night, and I went to sleep at 2:30. So, and I woke up refreshed. And I looked at the time, and I realized I should go back to sleep, and I was asleep till about I don't know, 5 minutes before 6, and I just woke up again naturally and beautifully, and no alarms, and I was quite alert. Oh, I got up, not really too tired. I just got up, made myself tea, went out to the balcony, looked at the birds, and drank my tea and watched some stupid videos, and analyzed some stuff, life stuff, and I went back inside. I put the laundry in the machine. I exercised. I did push-ups. Actually, I did push-ups before I went to the balcony. I did push-ups at 7 in the morning, and did some yoga and had breakfast, and I wrote some stuff, and then I eagerly went napping because it's still fun. And I'm not sure I slept really, but I was very relaxed, and it was good. It was just it's good. I feel good, but I remembered that being in bed like this is such a significant part of my life, and I kind of miss just being here. It's like missing your home when you're away. I don't spend much time here now, so I decided to make my video from my bed, my beautiful home. Yeah, I'm like a traveling agent. I don't get to be home much. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what today is. But today is the 11th day of my polyphasic sleep experiment, and I'm missing home. And I think that's basically it. I mean, I feel good. I don't feel that much energy like I usually would before sleeping crazy like this, and I usually just have a lot of energy. I'm hyperactive to an extreme, and now I'm not. I'm normal, and I can concentrate very well, which is a nice side effect to this kind of life. Yesterday I played the violin, and I just went into the zone so quickly. The only reason I stopped it was because it was too late, and I didn't want to disturb the neighbors, and my hands hurt. But I could have just kept on going, like I can focus very well. But I kind of miss it. I miss being a blur. a sleeping, dreaming blur. It's like an very cheap drugs, I think. I don't use much drugs, not alcohol, some coffee, but coffee and sugar, that's my drugs. But I don't do much anything else, but I sleep. And when I really heavy sleeper, I'm a heavy sleeper. When I sleep seriously, I can sleep for 20 hours a day. And I enjoy it because it's kind of like being half alive, half in some other place. And it really feels like a spiritual experience. It's I think it's a reason of my childhood philosophy. I was about 14, 15, and at the summer break, I just spent 2 months sleeping. I remember I was tired. I was always tired, and when I got to be a teenager, I was even more tired. So during the summer, I had nothing to do, so I just slept. And every time I woke up, I had such interesting realizations about life, and I just laid in bed and analyzed everything that I'm experiencing. And it was a discussion about what is the origin of evil and good, and what is wrong, what is right, how do people decide these things, what is the purpose of life. And I got this structure of well, I'm not going to go into much detail now because it's kind of complicated, but basically there is no right and wrong. Everything is a game. It's a kind of personal preference, and all experiences are equal. We are here to experience because there is no, and I think that was the time I was studying biology in school, and we learned that nothing ever gets lost. The energy gets recycled, and material turns into energy, energy turns into something, and it's like nothing gets finished. And I really liked it because well, it means life isn't finished. It doesn't really, it's not over. It just turns into something else. And in this closed circle, I realized that, well, what is me and people and life and the world anyway? And I also try to figure out what forces are there, like God and stuff. And my best understanding of that at the time was that, well, if God is everywhere, then there is no place where God is not. And that means that we are all God, and everything is the same, and it is one. And then it kind of, I felt this kind of sadness and boredom with, there's only one everything, then how does it get to experience? You cannot experience anything if you are only one. So the only way to experience life is to divide yourself. And then I saw this kind of basic being as a tree stump, and it has roots and leaves that grow out of it, and we are a kind of extension of this core tree. And the only way this tree can feel itself is to divide itself some more and more and more, until eventually it has like people, and we're people, and the people are like the tips of my fingers. I can touch my fingers, and this finger feels this finger, and this finger feels this finger, and it feels like they're two different things, beings, but they're both me. So that's the way I saw life and people after sleeping for 2 months. And uh, I, I really felt a kind of certainty about this structure. And since then, I haven't adjusted it much because I'm still kind of seeing the world in that way. And basically, the force that drives my life, and I think everyone's, but not gonna argue with people who say otherwise, but that's just the laws that I see. The driving force is to experience, is the game. It's like when you let people have their lives, what they normally do is they invent rules and they play like children. Children play games that we can recognize as games, and adults play games that we take too seriously sometimes, but they're still games. I mean, none of it is essential. Being born is not essential, but it's fun, and being in trouble is fun, and causing trouble is fun, and evil is also fun. And fun in a way, not as a positive emotion, but as an intense experience. And people who had intense experience will say that that's a major part of their lives. And people who had very negative experiences might not agree with it. They would prefer not to have them. But I'm not sure exactly how who decides what and when about the experience. Maybe people decide for themselves. Maybe there are some people or forces that are stronger than others, and they have the fun part of taking control of other people's lives. And not all people decide for themselves. I don't know. I'm not sure about that yet, but I am quite sure that it's all basically, in the end, a part of this core being just trying to experience itself, trying to feel itself, because otherwise it's just too boring. And all these thoughts were just, it was logical analysis, but it was a lot of it was based on this feeling that I had, and these well, not visions, but very clearly visual structures that I could feel after I was sleeping for 20 hours straight. And I kind of lived like that. I tried since I was 14. I kind of tried to live normally, and it's always a battle between the real life and this dream drugs state that allows me to experience something a bit deeper, wider, that isn't immediate. And I kind of miss it because for the last 10 days I didn't have much of it, because this kind of a life, this kind of sleep pattern, it kind of denies access to this state, this dream state. And I live more, I do more, I am more human, but I am less spiritual. And yesterday I said I was ready to kill the sleeping me, and today I kind of miss it. And we'll see what tomorrow will be.